He was awarded a Bronze Star with Valor and 6 Purple Hearts, just to mention a few of his distinctions. I proudly present to you United States Marine Corp Master Gunnery Sergeant Retired, Peter Ferrin. You don't need the microphone.
No. I'm just glad we're not outside. Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to be part of the Water Approach Memorial Day ceremony. I'd like to thank Larry, Bill, and Jack for inviting me to be here.
Use the microphone. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
On May 5th, 1868, in Washington, D.C., at the headquarters of the Grand Army of the Republic, General Order Number 11 was published. That order read in part that on the 30th day of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of the strewing of flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of our comrades who had fallen in defense of our country during the last revolution. Year after year about this time, we gather to honor those who have bravely fallen in battle, never to rise again. We speak phrases like, at least we forget, and gone but not forgotten. What I need to tell you is our Memorial Days are becoming complete. Year after year, the vast segment of our men and women lay forgotten and unrecognized. General George S. Patton once told his troops, "Men, it's not your job to go out and die for your country, but to go out and make the other son of a bitch die for his." Now, if that phrase leaves a bad taste in your mouth, it should. Because the more time we send our young men and women into harm's way to take a significant number of enemy lives, so they will desist and we can return to our normal pursuits of life, liberty, and happiness. But what is never said but is often true is once a man has been hunted by another man and he in turn himself has been hunted, he is never again the same. I'm asking you to remember the millions of veterans who died in the service of our country, not only the battles from Gettysburg to Afghanistan, but those who also died, broken, and alone. These men and women came to us from far less exotic places. They died in VA hospitals, in back alleys, and homeless on our streets, the same cities which they fought to protect. These men and women did not have the proper sense of drama to die on the battlefield. When they were fallen in combat and rose again and again, they survived and returned home. But they too were casualties of war. These men and women went forth in harm's way on your behalf. They deserve the same compassion, understanding, and remembrance on this Memorial Day as do their brothers in arms who did not come home from the fields of battle. I urge everyone to consider the price paid for freedom. The shattered lives, the dashed hopes, the families left with nothing but pictures on a wall and memories recalled in a scent or sound. These are the realities that are hard to imagine and even harder to live with. I urge you to understand and appreciate our freedoms. Freedom from wanting, freedom from hunger, and freedom from fear. Appreciate the freedoms and appreciate our veterans. They deserve to be remembered today and every day. The fallen of our country deserve 1,000 years worth of Memorial Days. So why are we here? To remember and remember now. It's our job to remember. I'd like to read a short excerpt from the speech that President Ronald Reagan did And I believe it truly encompasses not only today, but also the American spirit. If we look to the answer as to why, for so many years, we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here, in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than any other place on earth. The price for freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay the price. To those who say we are in a time when there are no heroes, just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places like Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Port Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in hundreds of rice paddies and jungles in a place called Vietnam, and the deserts of Iraq and the mountains of Afghanistan. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to deliver a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf under the heading My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win these wars. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure, I will fight cheerfully and do the utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that there is no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world that is more formidable as the will and moral courage of free people and men and women. It is the weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who participate and practice terrorism and prey on their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will not negotiate for it. We will negotiate for it. We will sacrifice for it. We will not surrender it for now or ever, because we are Americans. In closing, I'd like to read this poem here, written by Father Dennis Degan O'Brien, Navy chaplain in South Pacific World War II. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who gave us our freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who gave us our freedom of speech. It's the soldier, not the campus organizer, that gave us freedom to demonstrate. It is the soldier who salutes the flag and serves others with respect for the flag, and whose coffin does the flag great. It is the soldier who allows the protester to burn the flag. Thank you.
Thank you, Gunny. I know you heard the congratulations from the crowd. They really loved it. I can't say that, but it sounds borderline gay if I say that. But thank you. I got myself a note that at 12 o'clock we turn from a nation of mourning to a nation of celebration, and the flags go back up to full staff. But we have 45 minutes, and I promise I'll close it up before that. And